What's up, guys? Back again. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Now, before I dive in to this particular topic, I want to direct your attention to my description box where you will find a link to my fellow YouTuber, the Star Wars Dad. Yes, the Star Wars Dad. Excellent work he's doing over there at that channel. I want you guys to check him out for this reason right now, because the Star Wars Dad is trying to organize a Fandom Menace Cruise. Yes, I was communicating with him a couple of days ago, and he made his intentions known to me that he's going to start trying to put together, or he's in the process of putting together, a Fandom Menace Cruise to bring everyone together in their passion for Star Wars to have a great time. It's kind of a meet and greet as well, I'm sure he is intending, and it sounds very exciting, guys. So if you go over to his channel and check that out at your leisure, you will see where we stand in all of this. And you know, I tip my hat to you, the Star Wars Dad. I think that it's a great positive thing to do with all the negativity, with all the negative things that sometimes come out, you know, in our critique of Disney, Lucasfilm, and Star Wars and where they're going. This sounds like a really positive Star Wars celebration, because you're trying to get people together who are actually passionate about Star Wars. And, you know, I say more power to you. So there it is, guys. The link to his channel is going to be there, and I'm sure he's going to be giving us updates on where everything stands. All right, the Star Wars Dad, rock on. Shout out to Dark Cody. So listen, guys, I want to get into this article that I saw last week, and this one, it has to do with the Fantastic Four movie that came out a couple of years ago, which I just couldn't get into. You guys know, if you've watched my channel any period of time, you know, I am very big on the Fantastic Four. This is something, it was my first comic that I collected. You know, it was first, and then I think it was Spider-Man after that. But Fantastic Four is what drew me in. When I read some of the reprints of the old Stan Lee, Jack Kirby issues, I've always been passionate about the Fantastic Four. And I've been wanting to see the definitive Fantastic Four put on screen now, probably for my entire life. Especially now, you know, in this age of the MCU. I would really love to see it, you know. So up until now, I feel like I've been denied. You know what I'm saying? The one that came out with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans, you know, as the Human Torch, and you know, the Invisible Woman and things like that. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the definitive Fantastic Four that I need. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, and then this other one came out, like the most recent one, you know, that came out, and they had Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm, and I just can't accept this. I won't accept it. This is the movie that never happened to me, but unfortunately it did. But there are some people who are actually trying to wipe this thing away from memory, from existence. I don't blame them. I say rock on. Do it. You're doing the Lord's work. But anyway, the director of that movie became aware of the fact that there are people out there who are trying to just take this one off of the record. And it seems like this guy is in agreement that it should be taken off the record. And I say, okay, that's pretty decent of you there, fella. I know somebody else who I would love to see have that type of attitude, and that would be the round-headed blockhead himself, Rian Johnson. You could learn something, Rian. Listen up, because I saw this article here, and I saw it on comicbook.com, and the headline is, Fantastic Four director supports effort to erase his film. Yes, you heard right. Fantastic Four director supports effort to erase his film. And this is by J.K. Schmidt. J.K. Schmidt. Okay, his name is my name too. It's no secret that no one really likes 2015's Fantastic Four reboot. I can't argue with that, which is not so affectionately referred to by fans as Fant4stic. You know, Fant with the 4 and stick at the end, thanks to its clumsy marketing campaign. Even director Josh Trank isn't a big fan, apparently, as he recently endorsed a fan suggestion to start a GoFundMe campaign to erase the film in a tweet that has since been deleted. And in the tweet it says, Joshua, please follow my GoFundMe at erasefantastic.com, maybe? All right, Erase Fantastic. All right, GoFundMe, Erase Fantastic. Josh Trank writes back, gladly. Now, I don't know if that's supposed to be like sarcastic or whether he's serious, but in other words, when faced with a tweet, someone tweeted him saying, could you go over to my GoFundMe page, which is built around erasing your film from memory, you know, like it never happened. And Josh Trank writes back, gladly. It's just one word. I don't know if that means that he really supports it or whether he's being an asshole, but that's what it says. And it says here, the whole exchange occurred after a crowdfunding campaign popped up to digitally remove the rat from the ending of The Departed. Trank responded saying, the rat was the filmmaker's choice. It lives forever. Make your own movie. Sincerely, all filmmakers ever. I don't know, kind of sounds like an asshole to me, but yeah. Anyone who saw The Departed, which was a damn good movie, knows that at the end, it ended with a shot of a rat walking around, which was, you know, a little bit heavy-handed because the whole movie was basically about a guy who was ratting out the mob. And it was a piece of not so subtle metaphor, I guess, you know, which most people could live without. I know I rolled my eyes when I saw it. I'm like, oh, okay, shit, man. Okay, you're very clever. But that's what it was. All right, so Trank's troubles on the shoot are well documented, though it's unclear how much it was studio interference and the filmmaker's own erratic behavior. There were reports of the director being volatile on set, including trashing a home he was renting in Louisiana where the film was being shot, according to a lengthy report from The Hollywood Reporter. But all of that is moot now, as the film effectively killed the franchise at 20th Century Fox, and those rights are about to revert to Disney and the juggernaut that is Marvel Studios. By the way, congratulations to Marvel Studios. I heard a Marvel movie won its first Oscar last night. Yay! It was for the Black Panther. I think it was some type of technical award. I don't know. But Black Panther did not win Best Picture. All right, so, you know, all that hubbub about nothing. We know that it wasn't necessarily Oscar worthy, but there it is. All right, let me not get off on a tangent here. Congratulations to Marvel, though. Disney chairman Bob Iger confirmed the properties like X-Men and Fantastic Four will not remain with Fox once the acquisition is finalized. It only makes sense, Iger told THR. I want to be careful here because of what's been communicated to the Fox folks, but I think they know. It only makes sense for Marvel to be supervised by one entity. There shouldn't be two Marvels. Okay. Feige himself addressed the possibility during a discussion with MTV News earlier this week. The truth is, I'm excited for all of them. I'm excited. And it's not just the marquee names, you know. There are hundreds of names on those documents, on those agreements, said Feige. And the fact that Marvel is as close as we may ever get now to having access to all of the characters is something I've been dreaming of for my almost 20 years at Marvel. And it's very exciting. The deal is expected to be finalized later this year. Trank's next film, Trank's next film, the Al Capone biopic, Fonzo, featuring Tom Hardy. Wow, Al Capone, Tom Hardy. I like the sound of that. Is currently in post-production and does not yet have a release date. Okay, wait. Alright, that's the end of that article? So there you have it, guys. You have the director of that train wreck, Fantastic Four, with the 4 in the middle of the Fant and the Astic, saying that he doesn't mind if the movie is stricken from the record, if everybody hated it. Who is he to ignore the roars of the crowd? Alright, so I would say to you, Disney and Marvel and whoever, I would say, and especially Lucasfilm, who are you to ignore the cries of the fandom when we say that we do not appreciate the filmmaking of Rian Bonehead, Roundhead, Blockhead Johnson? You know what I'm saying? And if Rian Johnson were the stand-up guy that he likes to act like he was, then he would know you never stay where you're not wanted, my man. There have been plenty of places, believe it or not, as hard as it is to believe, where I have not been wanted or welcome. Why do you think I am here, as a matter of fact, when I was asked never to return? Let me stop. It wasn't like that at all, guys. But I'm just saying, every responsible human being, especially man, should know when to freaking break the hell out. All right? You've got to find a way, so what you want to say, and break out. Leave. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You got to go, man. Get the fuck out. And this is what I'm talking about. So, there it is. What could Disney Lucasfilm learn from what Josh Trank is saying and what Josh Trank is doing? Sometimes you got to take the high road, man. Get the fuck out when people say that they don't want you. You don't play this. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Now you got these reports talking about Rian Johnson's trilogy is in production or has a production name. Dude, read the writing on the wall. Nobody wants to hear from Rian Johnson. No. He's a terrible filmmaker. His movies have plot holes. They're poorly written. They have messed up humor that nobody gets. It doesn't land. And he has no respect for the people that he's making the movie for. How much more do you need to hear? All right, so I just wanted to give this as an example that it's possible, okay? It's actually possible to just say, you know what, it didn't work. After all, this is a work of fiction. So if people didn't like it, well, then it shouldn't be impossible to say, okay, guys, just act like it didn't happen. I think the Alien franchise is going to do this. After Aliens, which I watched a couple of days ago. I watch Aliens every now and then. I freaking love that movie. Game over, man. Game fucking over, man. Oh, fuck it, let her be in charge, man. You know what I mean? If they could say after Aliens, we're going to scrap everything that came after that, and it would make sense in the Halloween franchise, when they said everything after, what was it, Halloween 2, I think it is, we're going to scrap everything. Well then, Star Wars, you're no different, you're no special Lucasfilm. If the movie didn't work and you know that it has narration issues, unless you come up with something freaking miraculous with Episode 9, which you and I both know that you can't, then why not at this point? Consider the fact that, you know what, guys? We fucked up. You know what we should do, guys? We should walk it back, guys. All right, Carrie's gone, guys, but we can still work this thing, you know? I don't care if it's even in animated, and I ain't talking about fucking Galaxy of Adventure, all right? There are things that you can do with your imagination. Now, I know that it's not going to happen, all right, because there's just too much money on the table, and we got the white slavers, as George Lucas, you know, put it, in charge of everything, so it's not going to happen. But I'm just saying, here's an example of how it could happen if people knew how to think about it. All right, guys, so I presented it to you. What do you think about it? You can get in the comment section. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe, you can find me on Twitter. There's a Patreon page there and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys on the next one. That's it for now. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.